Welcome back to Jenkins and Jonez. Outta Pocket. We've got the whole gang here. We've got Tyler, aka Dragonfly Jones. We got John, aka LeJethro Jenkins. We got Big Joe, Josiah Johnson. We got Zach, and we have myself. And we're very excited to talk about two very different basketball games tonight. Let's start by making fun of the Warriors for 10 minutes, gentlemen.
Gladly.
Y'all think them boys gonna win a chip?
Mike does. I'm putting Mike on Front Street like a motherfucker because I've been going back and forth in the group chat for weeks like they ain't getting past Phoenix, bro. But Mike thinks they are. So the floor is yours.
Loss to a jawless Memphis team. The fuck type of shit. They made it respectable and when it got it from 60 to 39 or something. Good for them. I'm proud of you, Steph Curry.
Jesus Christ. I will acknowledge that the margin is fucking hilarious, obviously, and I'm rooting for the Bucks. I'm not rooting for the Warriors, but I grew up with the Shaq and Kobe Lakers, bro. It doesn't fucking matter how much you lose a playoff game by. They're gonna come back. Do you think they're gonna lose Game 6?
Did the Shaq and Kobe Lakers lose by 40 in any game?
No,
ever?
But they would pack it the fuck in when they weren't gonna win. But they would pack it the fuck in when they were not gonna win a game, bro. You know what I mean? So
50-point deficit at one point.
It's the playoffs, man.
Half 100 points.
It's
playoffs.
It's a
5 times 10.
It's 0-1. Do you think they're gonna lose Game 6?
Oh no, shit! After what I saw today, shit, they might run this motherfucker.
The money line is moving on that. I'll tell you that much.
Is this a Warrior slander session or is this a Mike Brown slander session? Because I don't know. Kings fans, look, this is what you have to get used to. He was just getting prepped for his next 2.5 years.
This is like you went to the dealership, you saved up all your money and bought a new car, and the salesman came to bring it around. And he brought it around, and the fucking wheels are hanging off the side of it. The fucking windows are all kicked out.
Yeah, that'll buff out.
You the keys.
Right. Don't worry about that. That's just a transmission. It'll be fine. No, that is Mike Brown preparing for the weak ass Kings, dog. That ain't
he said he got in the simulator.
Right. He was just preparing himself, getting used mentally. I respect it. I respect the approach. Good for you, Mike. Shit.
I don't know. If you're the Suns and you're watching this, you can't be that bothered. You just got to get out of your series, deal with Luka, get out of that series, and you're beating whichever one of these teams shows up, right?
That Suns team can lose to people too, bro. That Suns team.
Not 540.
Huh?
Hey, I don't know what the.
It doesn't matter. I mean, listen, it's funny, but it doesn't matter ultimately. Like teams lose blowout. You know what? You know who lost blowout games? The Celtics championship, the one championship we were alive for. They lost to the Hawks. And I think it was the first round. They went to 7 games and they got blown the fuck out on the road. I think all 3 road games. I was at one of them. They lost by 30. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. It's just about surviving. We don't
acknowledge that championship.
I just want to be on the record as saying if I don't know what the number is for Luka, he's going to score 90. The look on his face after Devin Booker did those Devin Booker things. And then, listen, Suns fans, I get it. You're pumped up. You're getting videos. Stop snitching. Getting the video of him on the ground, doing all these Luka things, taking the ball from him. Luka's going to watch those on a loop, and he's going to score 90 on you. Okay? Exactly. And when it happens, Suns and 4 guy.
Exactly. Luka's getting cooked. Luka's back to Slovenia. ASAP. First thing smoking.
Would you like to make a bet? I'll bet you Luka scores more than 35.
35 points. I bet you Luka takes the L. He could score 135, and they still take it.
Oh no! I'll bet you they win. He scores 35 or more.
Can we pause for a second and acknowledge how high Tyler is? This motherfucker is over here like this.
No better feeling than being high and having someone call it to attention.
Yeah, I love it.
He is swaying. I wish I was there. I'm gonna get there after the show for sure. You can count on it, Tyler.
I'll see you there.
We'll meet up on the moon, my boy.
How much do you guys think the whoop that trick comments from Steph, factored into the severity of the ass whooping and which asseth was beateth? It was not the trick.
The trick was doing that beating.
The trick whooped. The trick whooped that ass.
Yeah, as Shaq so eloquently put it, Well, the trick is fighting back.
On national television, the trick is fighting back.
Oh,
The fact that is their song, is that not wild to anybody? I love it. It makes all the sense in the world in Memphis, but it's
It's a big
still
deal.
crazy.
This
Whoop
is ridiculous.
that trick.
About whooping a hoe. I mean, this is the most. But this just goes to show if it has a good beat, you can rap out anything and people will rock with it.
Just make it slap. You feel me?
Like it's like when N Words in Paris was the NBA theme song. I just kept thinking to myself, like, y'all know the lyrics, right? Like this guy passed Adam Silver, like this, like David Stern heard this and was rocking with this.
The
like,
best is the meme going around where Drake's like, "See what happens next," where that was the line that they'd always play, and it'd be like someone tears their ACL, and then it's like the Drake song plays, "See what happens next," and it's like, dude, someone just tore their ACL. Do we need to run this song? We know what's going to happen next. They're getting carried off of the court. Like, please stop this.
All right. I want a show of hands. Who thinks that the Warriors are winning Game 6?
easy.
The Grizzlies should have. This should be a 7-game.
All right. Okay. All
I
right.
don't want to know.
This should be 7. The Grizzlies had their shot. That last game, the Warriors were so bad. And
Yeah. But that's why I don't think it's like they're getting through the series, and I don't know. All right, let's talk about Bucks-Celtics, which was actually a competitive basketball game, a great basketball game. Had Tyler's. What did you say was sweating? I had your nose and the back of your neck sweating.
My nose was sweating. The back of my neck was hot as fuck. That's when you know you're watching a good ass game. like your palms be sweaty as fuck when you see someone go to the free throw line. And you're like, how did they do this? I'm stressing the fuck out on my couch. And these motherfuckers have played 40 minutes of basketball.
When Giannis went to the line, I was thinking like, bro, I would throw up all over that basketball. I got rattled once in a fucking Boys and Girls Club game. No way am I shooting those free throws.
I mean, he did kind of throw up on that second shot. Though.
Yeah, but hey, Portis bailed him out.
He bricked it so hard that they couldn't rebound that. You feel what I'm saying?
It was
when your nose sweat. When your nose sweat, them little droplets, that shit just sit there and force you to look at it. You know what I mean?
Joe, I just want to highlight a little bit of Pac-12 high IQ basketball going on by Drew Holiday there at the end.
You know,
you got anything to say? UCLA guy there making
legend,
all the fucking plays down the stretch there.
You can't put your faith in a man with green hair. I think that was kind of the conclusion the internet put. Like when I saw the dude, and it was like, bro, you're just setting yourself up to get slandered. A lot of us do this as a profession, and it's just not going to be pretty if you got like that. But Drew got him not once, but twice. Just cookies. We used to call that a mook back in the day.
Yeah.
Shout out to legend Mookie Blaylock. But just embarrassing. So I don't know if you're the Celtics. This is now 2 games that you've tricked in embarrassing fashion. Could have probably got the series wrapped up. Series could have been done right now.
If they were disciplined, it should be done. If they were disciplined, I think in the last 12 possessions,
offensively. You mean
they were
offensively?
Offensively, yeah. I mean, their defense, tenacious defense. They have some of the busiest hands in the league. I mean, all of that shit. But no, facts though. You know what I mean? Defensively, they're incredible. You know, they're long on defense. But anyway, but like on offense, they're just not disciplined. You know what I mean? I think we talked about it in the group chat. I think they were 1 for 6, 1 for 7 on possessions that Jason Tatum didn't touch. There was 4 possessions he didn't touch the ball at all. That's your best player. You feel me? Like it's just like it doesn't make any sense, you know. And then on the other side, you know, they have Connaughton hitting a couple big threes, and then a steady diet of fucking Drew and Giannis, giving to the winning with the best players. You got Marcus Smart dribbling down the court with the last few seconds, looking at the fucking ball. Jason Tatum butt naked over here in the corner, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, dog, what you doing? So it's just the lack of discipline. That's why they've lost the last 2 games. And you can't lose those games against the Bucks. It's just not gonna happen. They're just not there yet, guys. They're not ready. You know what I mean?
Ready.
They're not ready yet.
Question for the panel.
They got the horses.
Question for Zach and Mike. What do you think Boston Celtics fans were saying in their head about Marcus Smart when Drew Holiday stole the ball from him? What if you had one word to describe what they were saying? And if it started somewhere in the middle of the alphabet.
Are you asking me like what word I think a certain Boston sports writer who lives in Los Angeles muttered to himself?
Who we do not acknowledge that human, but yes, if possible. How many letters would it be? What would be the ending letter? Would it be an A? Would it be, I don't know, a D, a F, a R maybe? Like a big R?
I'm going with 11 letters, and I'm going with Tyler and John's favorite outdated racial slur, which is moon cricket.
Oh my God. Moon cricket is beautiful. Moon cricket and snow roach. Those shits slap. I don't give a fuck what nobody says.
Who calls somebody a snow roach? Because that feels like it has a different meaning.
Long Beach's finest. One of Long Beach's finest. Called a white person. Called a white people snow roaches.
Okay, I was about to say. I know it wasn't for a black person. I was about to say. I was like, is that?
We're the moon crickets. They're the snow roaches. You know, I think you get a pass for those two. You feel what I'm saying?
Hey, they should be allowed to use snow roach. That slaps.
Bro,
snow roach should be allowed. White people, you can get 3 snow roaches off a year.
No, they're the snow roaches.
No, snow roach is a term for white people.
Roaches,
but white people can call each other that term. Or did a black person call a white person a snow roach? Who came up with the term?
I think she did, bro. I think she created it, bro. What a mind. What a mind, dog.
What a mind.
What a mind. That is hilarious.
Damn, I never heard that to this evening. This will never leave me.
Had the group chat in shambles when we saw that.
I'm gonna call a flight attendant a snow roach and see if I get kicked off the plane.
Oh my God.
It's gonna happen. I don't know when. I don't know when. Like, dog, you acting like a snow roach.
I can't wait for that TMZ headline.
Pardon me, Mrs. Snow Roach.
Damn, this moment changed my whole life. This literally set my life on a new trajectory.
Oh,
I think that's my favorite word I've ever heard.
I apologize. Setting you down.
I'm gonna start blurting that. Cause I have like this weird form of Tourette's where I'll just start blurting shit out randomly. So you just see me and I'll say snow roach randomly in front of somebody who I know doesn't know what it means, and I'll fucking lose it.
It looks like Charles has more basketball topics on here. I guess we should talk about.
We all got fired.
What does everyone think? What does everyone think for Game 6 of this Bucks-Celtics series? Are the Bucks going to close it out, or are we going 7?
When do they get Middleton back? What's the verdict there?
After next series, I think.
Next series,
maybe later in next series, but I think they're definitely going 7. The Celtics going to get that game. We'll see. They may just smack their ass, but we'll see what happens.
Whoever wins this is advancing out of the Eastern Conference Finals. No one in here is worried about the Sixers or the Heat, right?
This is the chip series, dog.
Yeah,
the Heat might have some because you have to go to Miami. We've seen it work wonders on human beings. Miami once the Bucks come to town, they don't have that type of action. Although I've heard Appleton is cracking, but they don't have that type of action in Wisconsin. They're gonna go out there, and things are gonna get a little interesting. Dollar bills are gonna be getting thrown.
I feel like they're young enough and they care enough to try. If they were smart, they would know they're not going to beat these boys. Just go ahead and go to fucking vacation, because fuck that. The Bucks are not going to lose this series. It's just not going to happen. You know what I mean? Giannis had 40 tonight. Did it feel like that? That was it seemed like slight work, honestly. You feel me? Like, I just
with the 3 at the end too.
That was a mean 3 too, bro. Woo.
Here's a question I have for you, gentlemen. It's probably off script because I haven't looked at it. But you got Joker, right? MVP of the league. Is there any star on another team that would willingly replace their star with Joker? Like, would the Celtics say, "Nah, we don't want Tatum. We'll take Joker for him"? Would the Bucks say, "Nah, give us Joker for Giannis"? Would the Sixers say, "Hey, give us Joker for Embiid"? Then what the fuck are we talking about here? What the fuck are we talking about here then?
I had a great statistical year.
This is the way I shut down conversations. Like what are we talking about here then? If I told you like unanimous MVP Steph for maybe even LeBron, you would think about it. Giannis like, I might them do that, but not Joker. Like, I'll keep my guy. What does that tell you?
A lot. Certainly who the most valuable player is and who isn't. Off of that, I mean, Embiid should have been MVP in my opinion, but that's maybe for another day.
After Giannis busted his ass that week, we knew that wasn't happening.
I think Giannis is the MVP. I think he's the best player. I just thought they weren't going to give it to him again because I thought they're tired of giving it to him, and I didn't think they would give Joker it back to back. You know what I'm saying? So I thought he was going to get it for that.
Will anyone in here cop like admit that they're gonna watch the Giannis movie on Disney Plus?
I might actually watch it. Feel good story.
Oh, my kids
Like I
are
saw
gonna
the trailer.
Yeah.
Bro, the trailer is cheeks. I mean, that is a bad trailer.
I was talking to my wife about this. This is something that always confuses me. Whenever you're watching a movie, right, but they're speaking English, but they have to do like the African. Now they have to do like the Greco-African accent, but in English. I don't get it.
Yeah, it's like
this.
it's like when Tom Cruise did that movie Valkyrie, and everyone's speaking English with German accents, and Tom Cruise was just like, "No, I'm doing regular English," and that was
I'm
it.
good, y'all.
It's like,
I'm
bro, what the
good.
fuck is this?
What the fuck is going on?
What could you put? Like, what could Giannis do that I wouldn't watch? I think anything Giannis is in, I'm gonna tap into. I mean, the dude, you know what I'm saying?
Vinny loves him, so we're watching it. Like he's already successfully been marketed at. You know what I mean? So we're watching.
John, he's not in it. It's actors. There is a Giannis that is an actor. It's not Giannis acting.
He's acting like Giannis.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a biopic.
A Greco-African accent, but speaking English.
Depends on how high I get throughout this summer. Depends on how much weed I smoke.
I will rent a theater out. And we as a family will all go pull up to it.
I'm with that.
All right,
that's great.
Let's talk about the other series. Heat Sixers. Another, it was 35-point blowout in Game 5. Do you think the Sixers are going to win 2 games, or do you think this is just going back and forth with the home teams winning and the Heat finish it off?
Do we have to talk about this?
Yeah, sorry.
I like this series.
You do?
Yeah.
What do you like about it?
I think it's fun. I don't know why. I think it's fun. I think it's a tough look for James Harden, in general. But I don't mind it. And I think the idea of Embiid coming back with the mask to like carry them through that series, I like that shit.
Mike, how much did Tyler not fuck with that, that statement?
Tyler said,
"What do you like about it?"
And I quote, "What do you like about it?"
Just like, bro, genuinely though. All right, hey, let me ask this: what was the last playoff series you remember a superstar like hobbling out, taking their team by the scruff, and like hauling them further into the playoffs? Doesn't feel like that's happened in a while.
Giannis after his knee bent backwards last year, probably.
It was way better with Giannis, man.
I disagree. I think the mask for theatrics is better.
Giannis's knee did the opposite of what the knee was supposed to.
Didn't they not let Braun wear a black mask? Why did they change the rule for Embiid? Am I remembering that right? Didn't Braun try and wear a black mask and they told him you can't wear that?
Yeah.
I think they did, but
Joe, you muted? Do y'all hear Joe?
Not yet.
Oh, yeah, nope. There, bro.
Oh, he's muted as fuck.
People, they got you. Chuck, what are we doing here, man? What's going on? What are next steps? What are next steps?
Charles said leave and come back real quick.
Charles, help! Help us, Charles!
Yeah, there you go. He'll be back.
What do you guys want to talk about with Joe? Never mind.
Joe?
He's back.
No!
Oh,
hey, check on the mic if the mute button's hit on the mic, because I've done that before.
Am I back now?
Let's go!
Good job, Zach.
All right, Zach.
God damn, I wanted an excuse to go home and not work no more.
The bag's already secured,
I don't even know what I was saying.
All right, Zach is fired up for Heat Sixers. I've been enjoying Suns-Mavericks. I have to admit that.
I don't like that series. That's the series I think is the most ass. I think now the Grizzlies series is the worst because Jaw's out. I just don't, even tonight, not compelling. But before that,
basketball game now, for sure.
It wasn't even enjoyable to watch the Warriors get smacked. That used to be a feeling that I would relish. Now, just like
they're too experienced.
When they can't even get hype.
Did you see Draymond whipping the towel and cheering and Channing whoop that trick and like the dance team is like doing it at Steph and he's just laughing? It's like, what are you gonna say to these dudes, bro? Like,
It's over. You know the Warriors know it's over too. Yeah. Great, you got your 50-point win. Gardner Baggio, like you said, like they know they're going back to San Francisco, gentrified and all. They should wear the gentrification jerseys for this game just to really. Zach, still your greatest moment on Twitter.
Oh, bro, I'm gonna tweet that.
Which one is it? Is it the ones that look like the Lord of the Rings thing on the middle of them, the gray ones?
No, it's the Oakland jerseys. I went into Photoshop and reworked it so it just says gentrification or gentrify instead of that Oakland print, and people were mad.
Really?
They looked up Zach's whole life. They're like, Zach, in third grade, you said what? And they're just like,
there's nothing. I'm proud to say, dig all you want. They were like, did you write this article that Steve Ballmer was your coach, gentrifier? And I was like, oh, you mean the article that I wrote for a certain editorial website? Yes, I'm glad you were able to find that. But they were mad.
Well, you know, they'll get their enjoyment out of Game 6 when the fucking Warriors win by 30 points. All right, so Suns Mavs. What do you guys think about? We talked on Jenkins and Jonez a little bit with Chris Paul that like Charles Barkley's theory is he's at an age where it's just going to be every third game is a perfect game, and then he's just kind of out of gas. Do you think they can keep winning with him playing like that? And do you think that's an accurate description of what he has going on? Tyler.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of been the pattern. Like he has terrible game, then a fucking ridiculous game, right? So, I mean, I don't know. But the whole thing, even though when he's having these bad games, he's still impacting it, you know, beyond the scoreboard, as cheesy as that shit may sound. Like he's been playing great defense on Luka. You know what I mean? He's been making Luka work for shit out there, even when he's having shitty games. So, you know, he's just an old ornery man, not going gently into that good night, and you know, putting up shitty games until you know he gets that magic back for that one special night. You know,
I felt like I was a little worried when he was cooking early in the playoffs because it was like, bro, you got a lot of playoff left, and we've seen it happen a little bit more over the years with LeBron, where it just starts to fade. The lift isn't quite there as much, and so when he was having to cook early in games against, like, you know, when they lost Booker and stuff like that, tough. Yeah. You just knew that they were going to gas out a little bit down the stretch.
Joe, what you think?
No, I don't even care. I'm not going to go lie.
John, what do you think?
I hit the ball.
I already know John doesn't care. I already know John doesn't care about this series.
It's hard.
I stopped watching the Warriors game and started reading. Okay. I'm like, I want a book. I'm tapping into Toni Morrison. We're getting back to it, Bubba. You know what I'm saying? So,
what are you reading now?
Jazz. I'm almost done with that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
honestly, I'm only watching the Mavs series to hear them say Reggie Bullock's name or however they pronounce it. Bullock.
Reggie Bullock. Do you buy Devin Booker versus Luka as like a rivalry? Do you buy that as something that the NBA can sell? No, none of you buy it. John couldn't be less interested in that as a rivalry.
What do y'all think Luka's 40 time is? Like, what position does he translate to in the end? Because it's like a hybrid O lineman. I don't know what, like, he's not really like tight end.
Kyle Juszczyk from the 49ers. Yeah,
he's like a block first tight end.
He's a blocking fullback who surprises you by catching three balls.
Kyle Juszczyk is a great comp. That is, yeah. Listen, I don't know. He's been pretty, like, he's shot or scored a lot in this series. I don't know, bro. I'm telling you, he's going to have like 50. He is an angry man who has played against European dudes who smoke cigarettes at halftime since he was like 12 years old. And you think Devin Booker scares him? No.
I don't think Devin Booker scares him. I think Devin Booker's a fucking dog. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. I just think there are John Wick ass henchmen that Luka Doncic has had to play against that are more frightening than the Devin Booker is a dog.
They didn't have a jumper though.
Yeah,
bro.
Devin Booker looks like he smokes
jumper, but they gotta.
They couldn't hoop. Okay, like we talking about within that 90 feet. Devin Booker's a motherfucking henchman. Okay,
I'm more scared. If I'm Luka, I'm more scared of the guy that's like, fuck it, I'm undercutting Luka on a layup. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's right.
I don't know.
Okay, show
Devin
of hands.
Booker's
who
a different
thinks-
type of light-skinned.
Yeah.
New wave light-skinned, Zach. We're new and improved, all right? We look good. We get high-level boos, and we get hoops, and we get buckets now. But when he did the fall over flop shit and was cracking up and said the Luka special, it's like, all right, damn, this is a petty bitch, and I can get down with it.
It was
Right.
fun. It didn't seem like a heel turn like people are saying, like he's becoming the villain.
I agree.
No, it was
Oh.
fun. You know, yeah.
No, I didn't think it was a heel turn. I just
No, I'm
think
saying
like
people are saying that online. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
I think Luka's the wrong guy to give motivation to. I think there are guys that would have like been like, oh, whatever. I think that's not the guy that you want to have. I mean, they'll probably lose this series, but this next game he's going to go for 55.
Luka has won one series in his entire. Well, and he
didn't
wasn't
play
there
all
for
of it.
2 of those games.
True.
I don't think you could say he's the wrong guy.
Well,
being that he
his
hasn't won
second best
enough to be
option
the
isn't
wrong
Chris
guy.
Paul. His second best option was Kristaps Porzingis, and then now it's what? Who's his second best option? Jalen Brunson, Dinwiddie.
Who do you think is
Well, I'll
teaching
take
Luka how to talk shit? Because when he called Devin Booker a pussy ass, I was like, damn, where'd you learn that though? I'm just like, who's I'm just saying, who's teaching him these words? But those are, like we talked earlier, curse words that don't go together. But I'm just saying, so who's helping him out with? Is it J Kidd? Is it Mark Cuban? Did Rick Carlisle teach him some? Like, I just want to know.
That
would like
goddamn
to
was
blacker,
beautiful
blacker.
though.
What?
That goddamn he left out and
That's what I'm saying.
he dropped in that one video.
Goddamn!
I'm like, that was that Southern, like, goddamn.
He's
That was a
learning, but he's
Mississippi,
learning.
goddamn.
I was like, he's learning black shit
Right.
from somebody, and they're working with him. He's getting there though. He's improving.
He'll get there. He'll get there based off that one. You know what I mean?
All right, I love that. Last basketball topic before we get into some nonsense in the comments.
Whale dicks. We need to talk whale dicks again.
I have no updates on whale dicks, unfortunately. I apologize.
Unfortunately.
I'll look it up. You guys answer this one, and I'll look. I'll further fuck up my Google algorithm by searching for whale dicks for the second time in 3 weeks. Nets GM Sean Marks made it clear Wednesday that Kyrie Irving will have to prove a commitment to being available to his team that wasn't there this season. Marks said talks about a potential contract extension this summer will need to include an evaluation of his dedication to play unless he's injured. Where do you guys think this is going? Do you think there's a chance that Kyrie gets traded? Do you think there's a chance they just let this sit, which really doesn't seem like a good idea? Where do you think this ends up? John, I know this is a topic that causes you some pain, so where do you think this is going to end up?
I mean, I don't know, like the same stipulations that required him, prevented him from playing don't exist anymore. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I think like the year before that, he was a 50, 40, 90 guy, and he missed like a week for, he took a little, what did he call those days?
Sabbatical.
Sabbatical. Hey, man, yo, you 50, 40, 90. I'll take 50, 40, 90 if you give me if you need a week sabbatical to go along with that. So I think it'll be fine. You know what I mean? Maybe if they had those same stipulations, there'd be an issue. But I don't think there will be anymore.
Knock on wood, it's certainly not out of the realm of possibility that another
Nothing's out of the
COVID-
realm of possibilities.
right. With
Mr. Irving,
for sure.
you know what I mean?
What do you guys think, Joe? Zach, what do you think?
Honestly, I think the Nets just need to get rid of Kyrie. If I was them, I'd probably stretch him or punish him, send him to a team like the Lakers, just, for nothing. Just teach him a lesson. He needs to learn a lesson. Go take those annex to Beverly Hills, boy. We can't deal with them. No, I don't know. I mean, I think they got to give Kyrie his bag, but, taking shots like that in a press conference is super wild. And it's also wild, like, whatever he tells you is going to happen. Like, whatever goes on. Could be a wave of forest fires, could be, whatever, Roe versus Wade, whatever it may be. Kyrie is prone to take some time off, and there's really nothing you can do about it. So you're gonna have to just eat that L. And worst case, just claim back. Always.
Yeah. Zach, what do you think?
Well, I'm trying to see who the best free agent options would be in this next year, because obviously it gets Kyrie's player option, so he can opt in or out. James Harden has a player option. I'll be honest, I'm not sure either of those guys are turning down those options. I don't think either of those two teams are that eager to extend either guy. I mean, I think if you're the Sixers, you have to figure out some way to get Harden to stay healthy and in shape down the road. The Kyrie thing is Kyrie harming himself by kind of his own hand as it's been throughout, where there's things he's maybe more interested in, and I salute him for some of the things he's done, and some of the other things, it's the vaccination stuff, bro. He lost like $30 million this year because he wouldn't get vaccinated. Like, I have no sympathy for that. So I think you take the good with the bad, but
I didn't get shit. I would have done it like 6 times for 30 million.
What would you do for 30 million?
They can vaccinate a testicle if they need to. I mean,
I think
30 million.
I think you've seen a lot of these guys successfully do these 2-and-2 type deals where it's like 2 years re-up, 2 years re-up kind of a thing. And I think we're getting to a point where some of these guys maybe should have done a 5-year deal because, bro, Harden ain't getting $47 million on the next contract, and Kyrie probably isn't getting $47 million on the next contract as well.
All right, Tyler, any other Kyrie Irving thoughts, or should we move on to nonsense?
Yes, let's get to the nonsense, please.
Get to the nonsense. Zach, do we have any YouTube? Do we have any YouTube comments that we should talk about? Respond to?
People appreciated that I put in the chat that Luke is like Jared Lorenzen, if anyone knows who that is. The correct nicknamed the Hefty Lefty.
Okay, that's egregious.
Throw boy.
That's egregious.
That is egregious. That's all.
That's just mean. That's mean spirited. That's mean spirited.
Fair enough.
But a reasonable somewhere down the line.
Someone said, let's see. People are saying Bradley Beal, best available free agent. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Bradley Beal is able to get a giant bag to stay in Washington. And John, you and I have talked about the fact that he is not going to do anything other than get that giant ass bag, right?
Oh, facts.
What else?
What did they say about snow roaches?
Oh God!
I'm interested on their takes.
I gotta go back up. There've been a lot of good comments rolling in here.
Honestly, snow roaches is one of the greatest things I've ever heard in my life.
Bro.
And I will use it until the day I die.
Didn't I tell you guys someone DM'd me and said I was a mayonnaise monkey one time? I didn't tell you guys. I was waiting for someone to bring that up. I thought I told you guys that.
No, you did.
Bro.
Yo, I'm about to wake my shorty up. The internet is so creative. I feel
That's
bad.
a good
I
one.
say it.
Bro, I sat there and looked at it for 20 minutes. Didn't move. Just sat looking at my phone.
Well, did you respond
Oh
at all?
my Lord. What's that?
Did you ever respond? What was your response?
No, dude. I didn't even block the guy because I was just like, all right, like, good for you.
You can't block
me.
that. That's genius. Mayonnaise monkey, steal it and make money off it. That's how you win, Zach.
Make t-shirts.
Mayonnaise monkey t-shirt, I would buy
You
one.
need a t-shirt.
A mayo
Oh
monkey.
my
Mayo
God.
monkey.
Jesus Christ.
A Mayunky? No, that doesn't work.
It's funny though.
Oh,
The comments are great. They're all over though. I can't hit anything specific because I should have been hitting them as we went along, but it's
That's
great.
okay. All right. Well, we'll probably get some responses to the question. So I want to know what the craziest thing or funniest thing you've heard spoken aloud in a movie theater is. And I want Tyler to explain what on his timeline prompted this because it was fucking classic.
This motherfucking tweet. Hold up.
Bro, they really called you that. Was the person black? Bro.
Yeah.
Good for that person.
Yeah. I forgot what
Brilliant.
I think it was a Raiders fan. I made a video talking about like the Raiders really bad picks a year and a half ago or a year ago. And it was some really mad dude from Oakland who
No roaches and mayo monkeys.
wait, did he call you? He
Hey,
called you a
we're
mayonnaise
coming back.
monkey?
We were
Episode
down.
title.
We were down
Did he-
50. Now we're only down 39.
Did he spell mayonnaise correctly?
Yes. That
Wow.
was the other part. I was
Wow,
like,
phenomenal.
that was part of me staring at it for 20 minutes. I was like, he spelled it right. He fucking.
That's a difficult French word. That's a difficult French word.
I texted it to you, Tyler. I texted it to you.
All right,
if you need it, Tyler.
Yeah, I got it. All right. So
Tyler
someone
over here
tweeted.
getting his ass whooped, dog.
Hey, John, someone in the chat did say you're going to catch a contact high from being next to Tyler in the video screens.
Bro, that tree putting hands and feet on my nigga, dog. Hey, in the group chat, send me the strain, bro. I'm trying to tap in.
All right, so this is from Twitter user B_Crump. And he says, when I watched Logan at the end, when X-23 turns the cross on his grave sideways to make an X, a dude behind us in an otherwise quiet theater said, X-Man, in a normal speaking voice. It's honestly all I can think of when I watch the movie now. Dog, I would have died laughing if that shit happened to me.
Shout out to the AMC on Pine in Long Beach, where black people used to go see movies, and I would go with my friends, and it was the funniest place ever. And then when they closed it, we lost that very important cultural experience. But the funniest shit ever to me was Shar and I went to go see King Kong, and early in the movie, there's a scene with dinosaurs, and a full T-Rex stomps onto the screen, and the woman behind me grabs her friend and says, Vanetta, what is that?
Vanetta.
Shar and I were rolling back and forth. It was like it's literally the most famous animal in the history of civilization.
There's one that's not mine, but it's one of my favorite. Like, there's a comedian that has this bit, and I think about it anytime I see a movie. I'm blanking on the community. If you Google it, it'll come up. But basically, they saw Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, where there's a really awful rape scene in it. And during that, his friend leaned forward and just said, "Wait, is this We Bought a Zoo?" And the guy just started dying laughing. And everyone in theaters looking at him during this horrible scene as he's like cracking because his friend whispers, "Wait a minute, this isn't We Bought a Zoo." And I think about it anytime like there's bad things happening in a movie. I personally ruined someone's movie once. We went to Chipotle before the movie. I've told the story before. And I smuggled Chipotle into the theater, ate a bunch of it. There's a movie called Lights Out, and this mom like shoots herself to save her kids from this like demon monster that's soul is attached to her. Big loud chase scene happening, and I'm thinking like, okay, I can lean over, fart really quick. Right as I do it, the mom grabs the gun, shoots herself. The theater goes dead silent, and then I farted. And everyone heard. And all the following thing that you heard was me turning to my friend going, "I'm so sorry. Do you think other people heard that?" And he's shaking, laughing. He's like, "Yes!" People are giggling around us. I have ruined the whole movie for like 40 people. Not good.
That's fucking incredible.
I think the funniest thing I heard was, like going to a scary in a black ass theater is the funniest shit ever. You always hear the funniest commentary, you know what I mean? And there was like a movie where like every screen that they were showing was like it'd be like a video screen here, or like it wasn't like it was a creative way of showing a movie where it was using the phone videos joint or like the camera the person held. So it was like, so at one point, like somebody was running from like a monster, whatever the fuck it was, what you want to call it. And the screen showed the dude's shoes and he had some buddies on. And fucking and this joint goes, "What are those?" And it's like the climax of the movie, and we're all laughing in the theater. So, bro.
I did get at that same Pine Street AMC. We did get during a horror movie. I think it might have been one of the Halloweens or something. We did get a very loud capital this bitch.
But it makes sense when they say that though.
They're correct. They're correct.
Always correct, G.
Yeah.
Always. Also, I think like Jurassic Park, like my grandmother's. I was watching with my grandmother. Lamb's or sheep's leg falls onto the top of the and my grandmother goes, "Oh shit!" Like right in the middle of it. And so my grandmother cursing in the middle of the theater. Joy was so embarrassed because she's a goody two shoes. She ran down to the front to get away from my grandmother. Anyway,
that's classic. All right, Joe and Tyler, I need y'all.
I remember when I was like 8 or 9, and one day I just didn't go to school because my pops wanted me to hang with him, and he took me and my brother to see White Men Can't Jump, and and then there was a part right when when fucking Woody fucks up the last time he comes back to the crib and Rose is not there anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And even though he cashed out and he made good, but she still dipped. And I remember that part. I remember someone in the theater yelling, "Yeah, no pussy for you tonight." And look, I was like 8 years old. I had skipped school. I hugged with my dad, and I heard that joke, and I was like, "Today I became a man." I was like, "This is like I feel like an adult right now because of that joke I just heard." That solidified it. But yeah, man, that was like my first memory and the most vivid one of someone saying some wild shit.
That's great.
So good.
I think for mine, I don't even know if y'all gonna find this funny, but I find it hilarious. But 1996, Set It Off just came out. Great movie. Watching in the black theater, so obviously people were talking shit the whole movie. A tremendous experience for those who don't remember. United Artists over at Marina Del Rey no longer with us anymore, but great movie theater. Used to have the great plug. Spent a lot of my young life there, but it's like end of the movie, that final scene where Blair Underwood and Jada Pinkett's case, like he calls her on the phone and she's like in Mexico and doesn't say anything or whatever. So they have this emotional music, like all that shit's playing. Then they hang up and then somebody literally just screams like Star 69er. And the thing is, like a lot of you guys won't get that because y'all don't remember Star 69 and just how you used to be able to call back people who called your house. But literally like sentimental ass moment, everybody's like tearing and shit. Cleo just died in her scene with the cigarettes and shit. It was fucking just perfectly appropriate time. Whole theater just lost their shit. And I will never forget that moment. I still think about that shit every time the movie's on. I can't enjoy it because as soon as that scene comes, I'm like, oh shit. Star 69 or ass.
Yelling during movies was the original Twitter. Like the length was the exact same. You have right about 140 to 280 characters. If you say two full sentences, you are in fucking trouble. It doesn't matter how funny you are. You gotta squeeze it in.
If you're yelling too much, you're getting the unfollow. Like you gotta be timely. That's very astute. That's great.
I was the original because if your shit was not hot, you were getting fucking booted out the theater. But you could change the whole movie experience with just one moment.
For sure. Do we got anything good on the comments?
Oh God, people are saying I'm white girl wasted right now for drinking wine. My cousin
Snow Roach
said my cousin. There are a lot of people saying. Someone said Mayonnaise Monkey sounds like a terrible Marvel movie. Someone said my cousin also cut it.
We got to make the movie
during the only silent part of the movie. That was Tommy.
In a world, that and Cocaine Bear, Mayonnaise Monkey and Cocaine Bear. Mayonnaise Joke the Shark. They meet and battle it out. You know what I mean?
No, Mayo Monkey's got to be like it's got to be a pride movie where it's like they're how like people like to pretend they don't like mayonnaise, so they call it aioli. So it's like, they're trying to get the Mayo Monkey, like, you got to rebrand. You got to be the aioli 8. And then he's going to give like a stirring speech, like, I am proud to be a Mayo Monkey.
I will not eat mayonnaise. I will eat the fuck out of some aioli, like big dips of straight aioli. But if you call that shit mayonnaise, I will not eat the shit.
Same.
Mayonnaise
even though I recognize the fundamental.
I never really was a fan of mayonnaise, dog.
And sprinkle some parsley in that bitch and it becomes a whole new item.
Oh shit! All right,
fucking aiolis.
Aiolis.
Can I have an aioli?
I look at garlic.
Bitch,
yeah, bitch, don't look at the ingredients. Don't look at the ingredients on your aioli if you feel like you hate mayonnaise. And I just still do feel like I hate mayonnaise, but I will eat the fuck out of some garlic aioli. All right, I think is that all the time we have? Do we have anything else, Zach, on the comments?
Well, that's all I got.
All right.
Snow Roach.
Someone said Mayo Monkey and Moon Cricket is the perfect buddy comedy.
Oh man.
Well, I feel like
she said Snow Roach with so much disgust too, which would make it's like these snow roaches. She sounded like Cruella DeVille when she said the shit. It was great.
All right, that's all the time we got. That was Jenkins and Jones. Out of Pocket.
It's always a pleasure with you guys.
We'll be back on the various feeds, and we're gonna keep doing these team up ones, different rounds of the playoffs. So we'll catch y'all later.
I'm gonna drop that shit somewhere important, and y'all are gonna crack your fucking asses. Up. Fucking said Snow Roaches on Jimmy Kimmel.
When they give you the Peabody, that's the thank you.